Spreading all around my room, my world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the World of Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the All-American Dynasty here on College Football 25, and we are quickly wrapping up this final season of All-American Dynasty football as we take on the Oregon Ducks in the Big Ten Championship game. We played them earlier in the year. We gave them their only loss just a couple episodes ago. And now we meet again here in the Big Ten Championship. Can we beat them twice? We'll have to find out. If you're going to enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe channel, join the Juice Club, and let's go do the thing. This game right here, the Big Ten Championship against Oregon, really has more implications than just winning the Big Ten Championship, because the winner of this game will most likely be the #1 seed in the bracket. I would assume, right? Because we currently stand as the #1 seed in the bracket, although Texas is undefeated. They're the only undefeated team left in football, it looks like. So maybe we wouldn't be the #1 team, or maybe Oregon wouldn't be the #1 team if they win against us. If we win, we're guaranteed to be the #1 team. But I don't know what would happen if we lose, because then that's Oregon being number 2 lost, or a 12-win team. We'd have 2 losses. We'd probably fall down to a road playoff game, I would assume. Maybe a home playoff game. I guess it depends on what happens. But we don't really have to worry about that because we're not going to lose. We're going to win this effing game. We're going to go on, win everything else, win the national championship for the second year in a row, and end the series off well. Did we take a look at stats before? I don't remember if we took a look at stats before the end of the last episode or not. So we'll take a quick little peek at stats. I think we already did, but just a little bit of a refresher on how the season went so far for us before we get into like the extra playoff games and everything, the postseason appearances and all that kind of stuff. So Terrence Cody's been an unbelievable monster. Jason Sehorn's been a freak. Let me quickly take a look at career stats for Jason Sehorn. What does his career numbers look like in terms of interceptions? He's got 17 of them things. 17 career interceptions. What is the career record for interceptions? It's 29 by Al Broski. Well, good for you, big dog. That's pretty crazy. What about a Big Ten record? 21 by Jim Leonard. Okay. What about the Ohio State record? Jason Sehorn's having a fantastic career. He's got to at least put his mark in the record book somehow. And then Mike Sensabaugh had 22 in his career. All right, so it looks like he's going to have to pick off a bunch of different passes if he wants to get to those records. He's not going to get 29, but if he could get 22, that'd be pretty sick. Oregon and Ohio State, we played them. We had to go to their place to play them, but this time we're going to Indy. Neutral site against the Ducks, and I remember having to decide on what uniform to give them when we played them the first time around. I think we'll just give them... Man, they don't really have that many interesting uniforms, do they? Back in the day when they had like Marcus Mariota on their team, they had a lot more cool uniforms. Let's just give them the black, the home fly era options. The chrome is pretty cool. And we will rock the scarlet and grays. The only way we get to wear these right here, the heritage stripes, are when we play in the national championship. So we'll have to save those for a little bit later. I guess we could rock either the full scarlets or the full whites, or maybe the cannonballs, but we're not going to rock those. We'll wear the scarlets. That's fine. The scarlet and grays. And we will go into Indy trying to win a Big Ten championship for the second year in a row. But this Oregon team is dangerous.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another chapter in the long legacy of the Big Ten Conference. It's a championship game in the new expanded Big Ten. And there are high stakes here, not just a conference championship, but potentially positioning themselves for a run at the national championship with an automatic bid. This is a matchup we've all been waiting for. 2 teams ranked in the top 5, battling for a precious conference title, but also pointing to something even bigger, the college football playoff. As we'll see the #5 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Kickoff.
It is time for the Big Ten Championship, and unfortunately, we are not starting with the football here, so we can't really drain the whole first half like we usually like to do. But we'll have to take down this Oregon team, and Ricky Williams comes in and murders that kick returner. He had no shot of surviving that. We came away with a victory last time we played Oregon. We gave them their only loss so far in the season. But that doesn't mean it came easy. We're going to have to play our best brand of ball if we want to come away with a second victory against Oregon. And they're going to start hot. They're going out to the flat. He's going to break a tackle and get to the sidelines at the 23-yard line. That's a good start. Venzel Heward, I think is how you would say that. He is the man who caught the reception. We know they've got some pretty good weapons on their team, including a nasty catch from that tight end. Or maybe he's a wide receiver. He looks like a tight end. Antoine Henry, the quarterback for this Oregon team. He's slinging the rock a little quick. I don't like it. Hand off to the running back. Oh, bad angle, bad angle. That wasn't even me who took. Usually it's me who takes the bad angle. That was not. That was Tank Carter just having a real bad angle on that one. At least it wasn't me this time. Oregon State and Boise State in the Pac-12 put up 55 and 52 points. It was a gun show out there for the Pac-12 championship. Oregon, I don't like the fact that they are driving down the field so confidently here in the first drive of the game. This is why I wanted to have the football first. That's a quick throw. Caught. Right up the middle. It was just a seam up the middle, and he just... Nobody was ready for him. It was such a quick throw. Nobody was covering him. That's an unfortunate little misstep there. If we can just control the team from here, maybe snag an interception. No, he's going to stay on his feet. This man's unbelievable. Roland Rambo is out here as a tank. I thought we'd at least bring him down immediately after the catch. He broke off like two different people. Hand off to the running back. He's going to get shut down, I thought. I only gained a 2. That's fine. I thought he was going to get brought down a lot earlier than that. If we could just get a little bit of a stand here, a little bit of a goal line stand, force a field goal attempt, that would be super awesome considering how dominant they've looked in this first drive. They'll get no gain on that one. Terrence Cody right in the backfield there. And it becomes a crucial 3rd down and 8 early in this game. What do the Ducks have up their sleeve? They're going to motion their running back to the side a little bit. Quarterback's going to be all by himself. Erasmus James almost made the play. Do not let him get the first down. It's 4th and 1. What a rally tackle. But they're going to go for it on 4th and 1 from the 3. This is a massive stop right here. Handoff. Running back. Blown up. It's Al Wilson. He blows it up. And it's a turnover on downs. Let's freaking go. Al Wilson came in on the blitz, and he blew up the backfield. What a stop. So we don't even force a field goal. We force a turnover for the Oregon Ducks. That is a massive, massive, massive start to this game. And now we get the football, and we have to go the entire length of the field. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn that shoe clock on, and we are going to milk. It's going to be like a farm in the early mornings. We're going to be milking like crazy. Peyton Hillis carrying 3 or 4 Oregon Duck defenders to the first down line. Let's just keep on rolling, rolling, rolling. Just keep rolling, rolling, rolling. Hand off to Hillis again. Great blocks, and Hillis doing a little maneuvering to get to the 24-yard line. We'll do some more handoffs. This time, Ricky Williams, who has had a lot of run these past couple episodes, mainly because Peyton Hillis' wear and tear has been really bad, and Ricky's had to come in and fill the spots. Ricky Williams down the sideline. Does he have the gas to get away? He does. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Ricky Williams. I didn't think he was going to be able to get away there, but he pulled away at the end. He just had enough speed to outrun the Oregon defenders. What a foot race. I mean, that did not... when I snapped that ball, I did not think it was going to open up for a huge run like that, let alone a touchdown. I thought I was going to get tackled right there. He just had enough speed to get past the Oregon defenders. They almost caught him. Ricky is just too nice with it. He's too nice. And that guy didn't even move. So we only took 2 minutes off the clock. but we do score our first 7 points of the game. Obviously, I would have preferred to take off more than just 2 minutes before we scored, but I can't deny Ricky Williams a 96-yard touchdown. Maybe not a 96-yard touchdown, but I can't deny him a huge run like that. I mean, talking about legacy moments right there. That player will be remembered forever in Buckeye history, unless we lose, obviously. Oh, Terrence Cody, no! Okay, there we go. Terrence Cody blew that up for. It was gonna be like a loss of 4 or 5 on the play, but he broke the tackle. Thankfully, Ben Burke-Irvin was there to stop him. And it ends up being only a gain of 1. Or a loss of 1, I mean. This time, he gets a lot of those yards back. Ed Reed pushed him to the ground, 3rd and 4. Let's get a 3-and-out, baby. A 3-and-out would be legendary. A 3-and-out would be legendary. But it's not going to be a 3-and-out. It's going to be a first down completed to the Duck defender, the Duck receiver, Westbrook. I thought it was going to be intercepted, but I didn't see that guy on the far outside there. Hand off to the running back. There's the one we wanted. Terrence Cody. You're not breaking off that tackle. Terrence Cody shuts that down. 2nd and 12. He's not going to make that same mistake twice where he's missing tackles 2 times in a row. Hand off to the running back again. Brought him down, Ben Burke-Irvin. And it's a big 3rd and 9. A big 3rd and 9. It's a passing down, unless the quarterback scrambles, obviously, but it's at least initially a passing down. And he's going to find his man up the middle of the field. Ben Burke-Irvin was in coverage. He just wasn't fast enough to keep up with the receiver. That's unfortunate. That really is, because that was a possible punt situation there. It's okay, as long as we stand ourselves up here at the when it matters the most. Another wide open receiver. Ed Reed was the guy backing it, trying to like cover the over the top stuff. So he wasn't ready for the little curl that he had at the end, the route had at the end. This Oregon receiving core is dangerous right now. From the 14-yard line, this Antoine Henry dude has not missed a single pass so far. As we are under 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. Hand out to the running back, Ben Burke-Irvin. No, that's Tank Carter. Never mind. Tank Carter wraps him up before he gets to the first down line. It is a big... Oh, this is a wildcat play. Direct snap to the running back. Blow it up! Oh, Jim Leonard, he did blow it up, but he broke off the tackle. Jim Leonard got there, and he hit him, but he just, like, bounced off of it. Didn't even get affected by it. So that's super annoying. Super annoying, because we really got there, and we shut it down. We read that pretty well. But the Oregon Ducks survive again, and they will go for a 1st and goal from the 5 as we start the second quarter. It's okay. We've stood them up here before. Let's do it again. To the end zone. We don't do it again. Touchdown, Oregon Ducks. They tie the game at 7, which is why I really wanted to waste the time. But I couldn't. Like I said, I could not deny Ricky Williams that glorious run that he had. We had to give it to him. But this time, we're going to try to take some time off the clock. And then we can double dip. So that'd be pretty sick. If we can score at the end of this half and then score at the beginning of the second half, we can really take a big advantage if it all goes to plan. Let's hand the football back to our run game. And Peyton Hillis will drive down the field. He even slipped the tackle a little bit and got extra yards. Look at Peyton Hillis rumble. We get down to the 29-yard line. We are making our way downtown, walking fast. Faces past and we're homebound. Let's do this. Under 5 minutes to go. I'm kind of scared if Ricky Williams subs in because he might break off another run like he did. Although the Ducks are starting to key in on the run game. I don't like the fact that they're starting to defend the run a little bit more solid than they were earlier. But they don't remember the pass game, and Steve Largent easy does it. Nobody covered him. But now that we've introduced the run, or introduced the pass, we can go right back to the run, and they won't be none the wiser. Hand off to Hillis. Ooh, have to move around, maneuvering Peyton. He's not as nimble as Ricky Williams is. It takes him a little bit longer to get around these corners. But here comes Ricky. Speak of the devil. Ricky Williams. Oh, he's got that home run power, man. He wants to, I can taste it. He wants to burn one again. Final play before the 2-minute warning. Handoff to Hillis. Got stuck on my guy. That's my bad. I got stuck on Luke Jokel. And we get to the 2-minute warning. They're going to want me to pass now because obviously clock is going to get a little too dangerous here. I'm not opposed to passing. It's got to be the right situation. Steve Largent goes down. That didn't get us any yards. They brought a guy. They had a guy watching that route, and I didn't expect him to be there. That's why I threw that like that. I'm actually going to stand up and run here with Joey Harrington. Never mind. Joey Harrington brought down by Brian Raheem. Or Brian Ream? I don't know what that name was. Brian Ream, I think is how you say that. But we're going to go for this. It's a bad idea, probably. But we're going to do it. Get that away. Steve Largent have the speed to get away, and he is. Steve Largent's going to get that first down. That's a big one. I wasn't sure if he was going to be able to get away. Sometimes when you throw a route like that, they slow down, and it allows for the CPU to catch up and tackle you. But thankfully, he had enough separation. And I think Tim Brown's got this. End zone. Touchdown. Just out of reach. Just out of reach of Tim Brown. Oh, it's unbelievable. We had that beautifully executed. But Joey just couldn't pinpoint the throw. That's tough. I think Evan Ingram's got some separation here, and he does. He holds on for the catch. Evan Ingram dogging him. And we're going to call our first timeout here so the accelerated clock doesn't kill us. Evan Ingram with a strong arm catch. And we are trying our very best to get to the end zone. We're going to go underneath the Peyton Hillis here. He holds. No, he doesn't. He drops it. He drops the pass. I thought maybe if I threw it earlier, he would be able to hold on, but I guess I didn't throw it early enough. And it becomes a critical 4th and inches here. Jarvis Landry drops, and we turn it over. God. Okay. I thought that Jarvis was going to catch that, if I'm being honest. That's why I pulled it to the side, so he wouldn't get a direct on hit from the Oregon the defender. Unfortunately, that didn't happen the way that I wanted it to, and it looks like we're not going to be able to double dip because that'll be the end of the first half. So we will get the ball to start the second half, but I really wanted to build that advantage up and have it a 2-score possibility instead of just a 1-score, which is what we're trying to do right now. That's a little annoying. That is a little bit annoying. I probably should have went with a different play, if I'm being honest. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Fred Smoot. Who needs offense when you got Fred Smoot on the kick return? He's going to take it to the house. A kick return touchdown in the Big Ten Championship. That's how you open a half of football. Fred Smoot houses it. House call, baby. Hello. We got a touchdown. Let's go. W's in chat. 14-7. Buckeyes take the lead right back. Now, just think if we would have scored at the end of the first half, it would be 21-7, and we would have blown this game open. Instead, we let Oregon think they're still in the game. They still have a chance, which is kind of annoying. But let's see how the defense plays. We've been a little spotty at times. We've had our moments. For the most part, this Oregon team has kind of done whatever they wanted against us. Erasmus James, you see that little spin move he gave to the offensive lineman? That was a good rush. A gain of 3 on the run. It's 2nd and 7. Quarterback's got time. He's going to fire it across the middle, wide open to his receiver. We had 3 scarlet jerseys, and yet nobody was in position to intercept that pass, or at least knock it down. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. Just nobody was in position to do anything there. That's happened a couple times so far where the guys are in the area. They're just not close enough. That's got to be intercepted. It's not. It's dropped, though. Thank God. Jim Leonard almost got beat on that one. I think that was Jim Leonard. Was that Jim Leonard? Probably was. He's one of our only white guys we got out there, so it's got to be him. Motion the running back out. Quarterback's going to have it in the pocket. He's got a man open, but he overthrows him, just like how we overthrew Tim Brown in the end zone. Antoine Henry, I think is his name. He overthrew his man, who was going to be open for probably a touchdown if he would have hit him on time and on target. A missed opportunity for a touchdown, but he's going to go across the middle of the field to his running back out of the backfield. And it's going to be a conversion on 3rd down, very frustratingly. This Oregon team, they're just finding these open men right when they need it, and it's kind of annoying. But that's going to be a sack. Play action super delayed, and Kanechi Udezi will bring him down. The quarterback took a long time on that play action. And it cost him. Or maybe it was a read option. I'm not sure what it was, but he took a long time. Jadeveon Clowney. Wow, we really read that pretty well. He still got it away. He only gets 3 on it, on the reception. But Jadeveon Clowney read that really well. He contained it because I think the quarterback was supposed to roll out with him. This is going to be a screen, and it's got nothing. It's 4th and 13, and they're going to try to kick a field goal here. This is crazy. This is a deep one. This got to be like 50 plus. This is a deep field goal in the Big Ten title game. It's up. It's on target. It's good. Oregon will pull it back to within 4. That's crazy. What a kick from the kicker. It becomes 14-10 now. Does Fred Smoot have another one in him? That'd be electric if he did. Fred Smoot. No, I got stuck. I was trying to go there and then bounce it back, but I got stuck. I couldn't move. That's okay. We don't need another kick return touchdown because we actually need to spend some time on offense draining the clock. This Oregon team is just a little too dangerous as Peyton Hillis got rocked there at the end. But this Oregon team is just a little too dangerous for my liking. I'd prefer to waste a lot of time and not have them get really any more possessions this game. They were ready for that run, and Hillis will be stopped short. Actually, for a loss, I think, on the play. But if you're going to press me up, I got to at least attempt to throw to Tim Brown, or at least maybe give him the option to throw. Evan Ingram's wide open, as he usually is. He gets the first down conversion. And we will continue to go to our game plan of running the dang ball. Handoff. Hillis up the middle. Falls to the 45. Big gain from the big dog. And look at that clock just melt away, baby. It just continues to drain. Hillis, he's got great blockers. He runs a man over at the 43-yard line. We are going to be very quickly into the 4th quarter right now. That is the goal. Handoff. Hillis. Oh, it's Ricky. Never mind. Handoff to Ricky. And he gets a gain of 2. Not the same level of blocking that Peyton Hillis has gotten, but we are now under 35 seconds in the 3rd quarter. Hillis cuts it back up, and it's stopped with a gain of nothing. They're starting. Every once in a while, they'll get a little run where they figure out what we're going to do. So we have to go back to the passing game. Final play of the quarter. We're going to find Jarvis Landry, intercepted by the Oregon Ducks. I didn't think he'd pick that off, if I'm being honest. I knew it wasn't going to be a first down, but I honestly didn't think he was going to pick that off. I thought Jarvis would get in the way. Jadeveon Clowney starts the drive with a sack. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. Good job, Jadeveon. We needed that. Oh, what are we doing? Oh, we're doing some press-ups? Let's get some strength going. Good job, Jadeveon. And that's how we get to the 4th quarter. We really can't afford an Oregon touchdown, that's for sure. We really cannot afford an Oregon touchdown. But starting the drive with a sack is a good place to begin. They're already down now to the 30-yard line, 2nd and 6. 2nd and 16, I mean. Let's see what we can do here on this play. On 2nd down, quarterback's got a lot of room. He's going to fire it out of bounds. Incomplete. 3rd and 16. Now, would they go for it on 4th down? I guess we'll find out. They motion the running back out to a little bit to the side. He's going to fire. It's the same kind of play. It's a caught pass for a first down. I hate that route. It always gets open, or at least it has the last 2 times they've thrown it, but I think he overthrew it the last time. It was open again. That time he doesn't overthrow it. It's a beautiful pass and a beautiful catch. Oh, Terrence Cody could not secure the tackle for loss. He only ends up getting 1 out of that. That's annoying, man. They go to that play on 3rd down, and it works every time. Super stupid. Oh, keeper by the quarterback. He juked out Rasmus James, and he almost got the first down there. It's 3rd and inches. I missed the tackle with Erasmus. It's going to be a running back keep here, so we're going to have to be playing for this. Direct snap to the running back on wild card. Or Wildcat, not wild card. Stop him. No, we let him get up the middle. First down, Oregon. Come on, boys. We've gotten a couple different 3rd downs where we can't finish the drive. Oregon just keeps finding that little bit of momentum there. A little bit of open space. That's going to be caught. Completed catch. Big time gain. We had a guy right there. He just wasn't. He's just a little bit too slow. It's a little bit too slow to keep up with the receiver. This is looking pretty dangerous for Oregon to take the lead here late in the game. I don't like it one bit. I don't like it one bit. Hand out to the running back, blow him up. I tried, but he just didn't get an animation. I hit the hit stick. I must have not been exactly where I needed to be, lined up. Oh, this is another running back direct snap in Wildcat. He's going to motion. He hands it off to him, and I couldn't get him. Touchdown, Oregon. I was ready for it. I was just a little short on the dive. Keyshawn Ibrahim scores the touchdown for the Ducks. They take the lead late, but this might actually be a good thing. It's not like they go up by a touchdown or anything. They go up 17-14, which means a field goal at the very least will tie this and take it to overtime if we need that. But a touchdown wins this football game, and that's what we need to do. All we need to do is get a touchdown to win this game. We've scored before. We can do it again, although to be fair, we've only scored one time on offense in this game. The other time was a kick return touchdown, but Peyton Hillis, I think that wear and tear is starting to catch up to him, is it not? Feels super slow right now. The depth charts. Yeah, he's getting hit hard by the wear and tear, unfortunately. So we got to sub him out again. Make sure that Ricky Williams is in the game. All right. Perfect. So Ricky's now starting. Yes, I still have the chew clock on because I want to make sure this is the final drive of the game. I want to win it at the buzzer. Hopefully. Ricky gets us to the 24. It's a 3rd and 2. Probably going to hand this off to Ricky again. It's a little risky, though, to hand it off to Ricky here. But we're going to do it again. Ricky Williams denied. 4th and 1 at the 25. I thought he'd be able to get the yardage. He couldn't do it. Is he going to be able to get the yardage this time? Yes, just barely, but he gets the yardage. Jesus. All right. So he completes that, gets the first down, gives us a fresh set. We need to get moving, though. We're going to hit Steve Largent. Had a lot on that one. Run some hurry up so the play clock doesn't take us down. Or the game clock doesn't go down. What do we got here? I think Largent got wide open. They ran into each other. Largent busted it open, and we will get out of bounds with a little bit of time before the 2-minute warning. So one more play. We're making moves, though. We're making big money moves. Evan Ingham's wide open, so we might as well hit that. That's guaranteed yardage. There's the 2-minute timeout for us. And they're asking for it now. You're asking for it now. You're sending press coverage on my DBs. Just take the easy stuff. Peyton Hillis drops it. Never mind. That's not easy stuff. To be fair, it's Peyton Hillis. I think it was Peyton. Maybe it was Steve Largent. I don't know. It's probably Steve Largent, actually. I'm actually going to step up and run with Joey Harrington. So we get to 3rd and 1. That time it actually worked so I could scramble. Last time I tried to do that, I got sacked. I think that's open across the middle. Tim Brown, wide open. He cuts it back inside. Look at Tim Brown rumble. And we're going to call our first time out here so we don't get caught in anything. Tim Brown gets us to the 14-yard line. We're making big things happen. Ricky gets through. Ricky Williams with a crazy good run right there. I didn't think he was actually going to get through there, but he did. We'll drain the clock even further. 2nd and 1 from the 5. Handoff Ricky. Cuts it in. Ricky Williams down to the 3. We'll call a timeout. We've got one remaining. One timeout remaining. And we are 3 yards away from a Big Ten championship. Handoff. Ricky bounces. Ricky Williams in the end zone. Touchdown with 27 seconds left on the clock. And if we put this extra point through, we will force Oregon to make sure they have to kick or they have to score a touchdown to take the lead back. 21-17. A perfectly executed game-winning drive by the Ohio State offense. And with 27 seconds and 3 timeouts, they need a touchdown to win. They will start at the 21-yard line. They took a lot of time off in that kick return. It's down to 23 seconds. Here we go. Everybody give cushion, play over the top. We don't care about field goal range. Oh, that's a great start. That's a great start for the Ducks. What a throw. That gets them to midfield already. 17 seconds remain. They used one of their timeouts. That's not going to work. That's incomplete. 3 seconds gone. Oh, I'm on the edge of my seat, ladies and gentlemen. This is intense. They motion the running back out to the side. This looks like the same type of route they're going to throw. We stopped him. Ed Reed hits him hard. That is an incomplete pass. Another few seconds go off the clock. It's 10 seconds left. 3rd and 10. It's getting crazy. Quarterback's got time. He's going to scramble. He's not going anywhere. It's another timeout. I think he got maybe a yard or something. He's not going anywhere. And now they're down to their final chance. 4th and 8. Oh my God, he completed it for a first down, but there's no time on the clock. It's over. The Buckeyes win the Big Ten championship. I thought they were going to have a chance for one final play, but the time ran out, and the Ohio State University are back-to-back Big Ten champions. Ricky Williams, player of the game, well-deserved. He scored our only 2 offensive touchdowns of the game, so well-deserved from him. What a game. I thought we screwed it up right there. I did. I honestly did. I thought we screwed ourselves when we didn't get the, or when I threw the pick. When I threw the pick to Jarvis, I thought we screwed ourselves. Thankfully, the defense comes in clutch, and we win the football game. And now we will guarantee ourselves the #1 seed in the playoffs. We will have the bye, and we will get ready for the Rose Bowl in the next episode, which is pretty sick. I do want to find that Ricky Williams run because it was pretty epic. Here it is. 76 yards was the official total on it. But I did not think that this was going to be the run that it ended up being. I cut it inside. I got the block from Tim Brown, and then he just had the momentum. I thought I was going to get tackled right there. When 20 came in, I thought he was going to bring me down because that's usually what happens. But thankfully, this time, Ricky had just enough speed to outrun everybody, and he will race his way to a touchdown. The Big Ten championship. Ricky Williams might have secured it for us right here. I mean, this is the first score of the game. This was the first score of the game. I want to try to get some sort of epic thumbnail for us, but gotta find the right angle. Maybe this is the angle. That's a pretty fun angle, isn't it? Look at the boys. Look at it. It's just like a train of Oregon players. That's kind of funny. All right. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And we will win the Big Ten championship, get the bye in the playoffs, and go to the Rose Bowl. I think we played in the Rose Bowl last year, did we not? 1,200 XP is always nice to get. Congratulations. We've won ourselves the Big Ten title for the 2nd year in a row. We will advance. We really relied on Ricky Williams in that game, that's for sure. That is for sure. 3,800 XP gets us a level up. Okay, sick. Pretty sick. Jadeveon Clowney, player of the game in the Big Ten, defensively. Ricky Williams, player of the game offensively. Jordan Bale, Texas quarterback, 46-3 is crazy. He wins the Heisman, good for him. Terrence Cody wins the best defensive player. Always nice. Ricky Williams wins the best running back, just under 1,000 yards. Evan Ingram gets the best tight end award, as he deserves. He's a great tight end. Terrence Cody also wins the Lombardi Award. So we're getting a few awards. We're racking them up. That's all we get. But hey, that's pretty nice. Not asking for too much. And we go to early National Signing Day real quick. These guys aren't going to matter because we're not going any further than the end of the season. But we'll still take a look at the star or the dev trait ratings. We've got star dev for the #2 player in the country, Mike Kidder. Normal for Richard Hose. Sam Crummy, not a crummy dev trait, star dev. Elite dev for the 5-star outside linebacker, Kevin Hurt. Elite dev for Kevin Grimes, the 5-star running back. Star for Keon Wicks and for Cortez Troop. Normal for Victor Tangi. JD Knight has impact. So does Trevante Harris. Normal for Sergio Prude. Impact for Harlan Faust. Normal for Elijah Wyatt. And normal for Braden Loper. So a couple elite devs in there, some stars. Pretty decent recruiting class, but like I said, that's not going to matter because those guys will never play for us, unfortunately. Maybe in College Football 26, the All-American Dynasty will go a little bit further, and we will play Miami University in the Rose Bowl. Oh, how fitting. The team that the Buckeyes beat back in 2002 in the perfect season, Jim Tressel, Craig Krenzel, beating that Miami Hurricane team. Nobody thought they could beat them, but they did it. And now all these years later, we face them again in the playoffs. Let me take a look at the coach contracts here. Did we play in the Rose Bowl last year? No, we played in the Peach Bowl and the Sugar Bowl to get to the Big Ten or get to the national championship. So this year we'll have the Rose Bowl and probably the is it the Cotton Bowl next? What's going to be the next game? So you got the Fiesta Bowl, the Rose Bowl, the Peach Bowl, and the Sugar Bowl. So it's going to be the Cotton Bowl and the what's the other one? The Peach Bowl. No, not the Peach Bowl. Peach Bowl, Sugar Bowl, Rose Bowl, Fiesta Bowl, Cotton Bowl. What's the one I'm missing? I can't think of I'm blanking on what I'm missing. Doesn't matter. We're probably not going to play it anyway. I can't. I'm forgetting on the final bowl game that I'm completely blanking on. I don't know what it is. Whatever. We will play in the Rose Bowl next episode as we hopefully have 3 more games in this season. If we win the Rose Bowl, we'll play in the semifinal. Then hopefully we win that, and we play in the national championship, and we will wrap up the All-American Dynasty hopefully before College Football 26 drops in just maybe like under a week, or maybe a little over a week. I'm not sure when it drops, but we should be able to get this done before. That's the goal. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Just Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.